A lot of people in the world today are fat, and we do not want to be fat. So here is what I keep in my house to get lean, to stay lean, and to get even leaner. Keeping it very simple, guys. I want to make this video because I want to show you guys how simple nutrition could be. I am not rich. I do not have lumps of money. I do not eat green eggs and ham. I do not eat grass-fed anything. I don't even eat fresh fruit. I eat frozen stuff. I eat very simple stuff and I just eat it daily. I don't eat cheat meals. I don't drink alcohol. I don't take substances. Everything is just natural, whole foods, besides some of the protein powders that I have, which I'll show you, and some natural supplements that I take, right? So I have some ground turkey. I'm going to start off with my protein sources. I have some ground turkey. This is 85-15. Now, you guys will notice specifically for my protein sources, I don't like doing protein sources that are super low in fat. I don't like doing chicken breasts. I don't like doing, I do whitefish. So like, I guess I balance it. Some of my proteins are low in fat, but I don't do all my proteins low in fat. So a lot of people, their protein sources have no fats at all, which is fine. But if you do that, you're going to want to make sure that you get fats from other sources. Even though fats are high in calories, they are needed in our diet, male and female. So for me, my fats I get from some specific fat sources like olive oil. Let me make sure I get that. And peanut butter, which I don't have in my diet right now. But this is a fat source that I use that is a specific fat source. And this is a protein source that has fat. So this is 85-15 ground turkey. Boom. This is some chicken thighs, which is already divvied up. I got them in my other freezer right there. I have some frozen swine. Now, this is a protein source that's like all protein. There's basically no fat in that. And then I have a protein powder that I'll put in my Greek yogurt and in my oats, which I need to get, right? So those are the protein sources that I'm eating right now. And these help me stay lean. They help me get my protein in. Let me get my oats. We're going to move on to carbs. I have thick rolled oats. I'll alternate between either these or steel cut. And when I'm eating at maintenance or in a slight surplus, I'll even have both. I'll have steel cut after my first workout, and then I'll have some rolled oats at night for a snack, right? But right now, these are my oats. I have some rice, and I have my favorite carb source, which is potatoes. These are very good for fiber and potassium. So we want to make sure that we're keeping track of our micronutrients as well. And I also have honey, which is high in calories, but I love honey. I put it on my Greek yogurt bowls. I put it in my oatmeal. And if I have the calories, I'll even put it on my potatoes and my ground turkey or my potatoes and my chicken, right? Now I also have my Greek yogurt, which I do. And this is going to be great. This has protein and carbs. So this is great. I usually do this before my workouts. And I have frozen fruit, right? So those are my carbs. Now let's move on to fats. For fats, I have eggs. So let me show you guys. Big old thing of eggs. A lot of people, this goes back to what I mentioned a few minutes ago. A lot of people, they'll say, well, I don't want to do eggs because of the calories. I'll just do egg whites. So they'll swap out chicken thighs for chicken breasts. They'll take out olive oil for no-cal spray. Then they'll take out peanut butter for PB Fit. They'll take out salmon for tilapia. They'll take out egg whites for egg, or they'll take out eggs for egg whites. They'll have no fats in their diet, and then they'll complain that being 15% body fat for men or being 27% body fat for women is unsustainable. But the whole time, they're just not structuring their diet correctly. I have people comment on my stuff all the time. Randall, you're lean. How are you going to lose another 10 pounds? You're just going to be hungry all the time. You're going to be like all these things. And I'm not going to lie. Yeah, like I'll feel a little different at 9% than at 13% or at 10 than 14. But if you structure your diet the correct way, you make sure that you get your carbs in. Notice I didn't say I'm keto. I eat carbs. I eat a good amount of carbs. You get your fats in, right? Olive oil. Peanut butter is a great source of fats. I'm not eating peanut butter right now, but peanut butter is a great source of fat. Whole eggs, right? So you're gonna want to make sure that you get all your macros in. It's not just about protein. Protein isn't enough. If you really want to make sure that you're having good workouts, you're gonna need your carbs. You want to make sure that you're recovering right, you're gonna need your carbs. You want to make sure that you enjoy your food. Man, carbs taste good. You can still eat good. I love potatoes. Now, granted, you're gonna have to, if you've been eating like shit, you're gonna have to adjust your palate. Because when I was eating Wingstop and Chick-fil-A and Ben and Jerry's and Red Robin, and I switched over to this. Yeah, I wanted cheat meals every weekend and stuff, but that's why I say build momentum and then you could be consistent. You build momentum eating the healthy foods, and then being consistent is easy, and then you get to the point where this is just an everyday thing, right? So these are some foods I have. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything because I really want to make sure that we talk about this. Oh, my PB Fit. So right now I am swapping PB Fit for peanut butter, but I still have my whole eggs. I still have my olive oil. So I still make sure I'm covered where I'm getting my fats in. But this is how simple nutrition could be. I also have some frozen vegetables. I have another packet in my other freezer. I like doing frozen fruit and frozen vegetables because I don't like going to the store. I don't like going to the store. It's a waste of time. I like to spend my time training and creating content and helping you guys, right? Fulfilling on either in-person training, which I do, my custom nutrition programs, my custom fitness programs, sending out clothes, right? Because I have my own clothing line. So I need to spend time doing that. So spending time cleaning the house and cooking and stuff, I like to minimize that as much as possible because those aren't value add activities. And we'll talk about that in a different video, but this is about nutrition. I also have some granola, which I put on my yogurt. And I also, before I go to bed, I have some granola and some honey and some salt, because when you're getting lean, if your electrolytes aren't on point, if you're low on sodium, when you eat healthy, you eat whole foods, you're not going to have that much sodium in your diet because you're not eating a lot of processed foods. So you want to make sure that you do manually salt your diet if you're noticing that you're low on sodium, because your electrolytes are important. Just drinking enough water isn't enough, and we'll talk about that too. And one thing I noticed when I was really getting lean, I kept on stopping because I was having trouble sleeping. And the reason why I was having trouble sleeping is because my electrolytes were out of balance. So in the middle of the night, my body's screaming for some salt. Yes, like food does come into play too, and you can manage that. But I noticed once I start having a little bit of sodium before bed, it was helping my sleep tremendously. So that's why I do my granola, my honey, some salt, and some cinnamon. Cinnamon is extremely important for managing your insulin. I would recommend doing cinnamon after workouts and throughout the day. Cinnamon is one of the best spices that you could have. And I have some other spices too. Obviously, some garlic, some no salt seasoning salt, some Cajun, some onion, right? So this is very simple. Literally, this is all I eat. And within these foods that I'm showing you guys, you could swap out different things. You could do potatoes and chicken. You could do ground turkey and chicken. You could do rice and chicken and vegetables. You could do a Greek yogurt bowl with what I showed you. You could do some protein with some oats, with some honey, with some PB Fit, and mix it up. That's a great meal, right? You could do some eggs and some chicken and some rice. You do some eggs, some ground turkey, and some honey. Eggs, ground turkey, some rice, some honey, right? With some berries. You could do a few different things, but we want to keep our diet simple. We want to keep our nutrition simple, and we want to have we want to have food in our houses that's conducive to being lean and staying lean. I don't have any goofy shit in my cupboard. I don't have Fruity Pebbles. I don't have crumble cookie. I don't have things that I know aren't conducive to my goals. So first we have to have the goal and the mindset to want to get lean and stay lean. Then number two, we have to curate an environment that's conducive to those goals so that we aren't shooting ourselves in the foot. And it really is that simple. I want to keep this video very short and brief. We'll talk more about nutrition. Again, I talk about self-development. So we want to develop the mind, develop the body, and develop the creative life. It's not all about the gym. It's not all about the mind. It's not all about the creative life. It's not all about the skincare. It's not all about, different things, the appearance, the facial appearance. It's about everything being put together and pursuing excellence and being the best version of ourselves. So again, these are the foods that I keep in my house to stay lean. If you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. If you're not new, then you should know that I'm planning on getting leaner. I'm about 175 right now, and I'm pushing to about 165. And I'm getting shredded, man. I'm already lean. Let's do a little ab check real quick. I hope I'm in some good lighting. I'm already lean, right? But I'm getting leaner. So I got some work to do, and these foods are going to help me get leaner. And I'm going to stick to them, and you should be sticking to them too, man. Find some foods that you like that are good for you, that are conducive to your goals, and thug it out. If you want a custom nutrition plan, a custom training plan, or if you want to work with me one-on-one or speak to me one-on-one, you can check the description. I'll see you guys tomorrow. There's Random Branch Media checking out.